which will be focusing, which we are going to focus on. Just let me brief through the entire program again. So we will be meditating again with our lead, the first lead for the day, Ms. Mahesh, followed by an introduction of the Agia chakra, because yesterday we had Vishuddhi and today is our Agia chakra. Later, we are also going to learn a technique, all right, candling for the eyes. So we have learned how to cleanse our channels using candle, the fire element. Today, we are going to use the same candle for clearing our eyes, all right? And of course, we're going to have many other wonderful sharing and session. So without any delay, I would like to call upon Ms. Maheshwari to run the show.
Thank you again, Sujay.
All right.
I would like to start the day with raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves in Bandhan before we do the balancing. Let's collectively raise our Kundalini very gracefully. Tie a knot. The second time, you tie 2 knots over your spontaneal bone area. And the third time, 3 knots. Because we have 3 channels, you tie 3 times. Do it gracefully as it is our mothering energy, which is going to nourish us. Now we'll put ourselves in Bandhan, a protective shield over our aura, from left to the right hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's sit comfortably and be pleasantly placed wherever you are. If you're sitting on the chair, your feet apart. If you're sitting on the floor, just feel very comfortable. Now you can place, we'll do the balancing first. We can put your right hand on the Mother Earth, the left hand facing Shri Mataji's photograph. Let's remember, Shri Mataji's photograph emits vibrations. So it'll be good if you can face Shri Mataji's photograph. The left hand. So now we are clearing the left hand. So the left hand facing towards Shri Mataji's photograph. Right hand on the Mother Earth. Because the left channel is associated with the earth element. The earth element, Mother Earth, cleanses our left channel. So we just desire in our hearts the channel which is for our desire, pure desire. Our pure desire is to be one with the all-pervading power. Therefore, any imbalances on the left channel, let's pray that it is absorbed by the Mother Earth. Oh, Mother Earth, kindly remove all the imbalances of the day into the earth element. All my lethargy, my conditionings, bad habits, laziness, emotional imbalances, all into the earth element. When you do this, you have to have full faith so that it works out very well. You can now place your right hand on the left hand towards the sky, the ether element. This is to clear your right channel, the channel of action. So let's only desire that all our actions should be for the benevolence of our spirit. So we pray to the ether element to suck in all our imbalances, our futuristic thinking, planning, our temper, into the ether element. This is the channel of the sun, or the Pingala Nadi. Again, you desire that all the excessive heat of the right channel to be sucked by the ether element. You can slowly bring down your hand. Keep your attention on this Sushumna Nadi, the central channel of the present moment. Let us enjoy the present moment. Put your attention on the Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, the Nabhi chakra, or the navel. Around it, the void, Anahat chakra, center heart. And we'll come to the Vishuddhi chakra, where we will do the technique of cleansing. Now let's keep our right hand on the left side of your neck and the shoulder and turn to your right. You can watch the photograph and then close back your eyes so that your attention is inside, not get diverted. Let's bring our attention to the Mother Kundalini. Just turn your head to your right with your right hand on your left shoulder and the neck, the corner of it. Let's desire and pray, O Mother Kundalini, as I am the pure spirit, I cannot feel guilty. O Mother Kundalini, as I am the pure spirit, I am not guilty at all. If you have any guilt, just leave it. Just surrender it to the Mother Kundalini, who is there to purify us, cleanse us, to nourish us. Now you can put your hand on the right side of your neck. Here you can say, Mother Kundalini, please purify my right Vishuddhi. Please guide me to speak sweetly, diplomatically. Let me have sweet countenance within me. O Divine Mother Energy, please purify my right Vishuddhi. And now you can put your right hand on the center center Vishuddhi. And you pray, O Mother Energy, please purify my center Vishuddhi. Let me be in a witness state. You can just rotate or just put your hand on the center of your neck, your throat. You can just say, Mother Kundalini, please purify my center Vishuddhi. Please guide me to be a diplomatic personality. Please guide me to be in witness state. Please guide me to be a collective being. Slowly bring your attention to the sahasrara. You can give it a gentle massage. Each time you can just say, Mother Kundalini, thank you for giving me my self-realization. And please guide me to establish my self-realization. Just be in silence for 1 or 2 minutes. If there's any thoughts, just say, not this thought, not this thought. I forgive this thought. So keep your attention on the sahasrara. And you also observe your center of your palms and your fingertips. And on top of your fontanelle bone, the limbic area, to see if there's any catches, any tingling sensation, heat, prickling pain, or feeling cool vibrations. Okay, slowly open your eyes. Today we are going to talk about the Agia chakra. It's a very, very important chakra in the sense that it's the 6th energy center, and it is located at the center of the forehead, or we call it the third eye. It actually crosses from the left. Can I go back to the first slide, please? You can see the yellow line there and the blue color line. It crosses at the optic chiasma, which is at the center of the Agia. This is also known as the third eye. Okay? As the Kundalini rises from the Swadhisthana chakra onwards and it reaches the Agia chakra, it is very difficult to cross. If the Kundalini cannot cross this Agia chakra, it is, because you don't forgive. You have to forgive. In order to forgive, then only the Kundalini mother will rise to the fontanelle bone area. This Kundalini, as she rises on the spot, she takes care of the pituitary and the pineal body. And when it is enlightened, it sucks away. It actually has 2 institutions, which is ego on the right-hand side, and the left-hand side, you have the superego or the conditionings. So actually, when the Kundalini passes through, she enlightens and she sucks in all our ego and superego. And only then the mothering energy can pierce through the sahasrara chakra. So it is very important here that we forgive. If you do not forgive for some reason or another, this one will be stuck here. The Kundalini doesn't rise. So she has difficulty passing this place because the quality of this Agia chakra is forgiveness. So if you don't forgive, it doesn't pierce through. This place is calcified. So unless and until you forgive, this one cannot be opened. Okay? So very important that we become a very, very forgiving person. So this is also, the physical aspect here, as we mentioned earlier, is the optic chiasma. In your hands, you can locate it at the ring finger. And in your toes, in your feet, it is the second last toe next to the little toe. So it is also placed there. So if you have some difficulties or some pain in those fingers or in your toes, it actually signifies that we have some problem. If it is on the left, it's the left Agia, and if it is on the right, it is the right Agia. So we have, techniques that later on we'll be teaching how to overcome these problems that we face. Next slide, please. So the light element here is important because Agia chakra is denoted with this light element, as other like Muladhara is Mother Earth, and the Swadhisthana is the fire, Nabi is the water element, Anahat is the air element, Vishuddhi is the ether element, and here in the Agia chakra, the light element is very important here. Okay. So the physiological functions here is, because it is located in the brain area, we are always thinking, right? So we have to avoid thinking, and here, meaning you have to be in complete silence so that you can go above your Agia chakra. So thinking too much and planning too much, as we know, we have studied in Sahaja Yoga all the past 2 weeks, thinking too much, it doesn't help us. Sahaja Yoga meditation is all about thoughtlessness, being in thoughtless awareness, right? As we have mentioned earlier, it is located on the forehead or the temple. And it takes care of our sight. Very important, the Agia chakra, because it covers this whole area. It takes care of also our eyes because it is also at the back Agia. It is takes care of our vision. So we have to be very, very careful with our Agia so that our eyesight is not troubled as well. So what are the qualities here? The main qualities that we always talk about is to be forgiving. Forgiving not only yourself, but forgiving everyone in general. It's a very, very important quality. So forgiveness, nothing but forgiveness, right? And also we have to be humble and thoughtlessness. Because the ego always says that it is right, and that the superego gets aggressed. One is aggressive, this ego is always aggressing people, whereas the superego gets aggressed, right? So either way, it is not good, so we have to come in the center, to live in the present. Next slide, please. So like problems and causes of some imbalances, we have, as we mentioned, it takes care of the eyes. So the weaknesses or the diseases of the eyes. You also have difficulty in meditating because you're always thinking too much that you cannot feel the silence within you. So it is very important that we keep our thoughts as much as possible. We try to reduce our thoughts, and eventually, even for a glimpse of a second, it helps you to be able to meditate. And also you have headaches and migraines because you're always thinking and planning. So your brain has been overworked, that you need, you got to go into silence to enjoy the balance. So some of the imbalances like roaming eyes, greed, lust, judging others, all right, arrogance. All these are some of the causes of imbalance. and attachment with false conditionings, too much thinking. These are some of the imbalances that we normally face in Agia chakra. Okay, always thinking that we are doing it, everything. So how to improve? As we mentioned earlier, is the light element. We use candle. Later on, I think Sister Shantini will guide us through this technique. And as we also mentioned, forgiveness is a very big mantra for the Agia chakra. Every time we have to say, I forgive myself, I forgive my thoughts, and I forgive everyone in general. This is how you get improve yourself, overcoming our Agia problem. And attention should always be in the present moment. Don't worry about the past nor the future. Okay, it is the future we do not know. Past is already gone. So we have to enjoy and live in the present. And the best is to avoid a lot of media. Avoid anything which is excessive. Right? So now we'll just listen to Shri Mataji, our founder, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She'll be giving us a short lecture. Let's listen and absorb the lecture. When you are listening to Shri Mataji's talk, try to pay full attention to her talk. Open your eyes so that you can absorb and get cleansed at the same time. Let's enjoy the talk.
Now one thing is there obstructing sahasrara is the movement of your Agia into thoughts. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that stops your entry into Sahaja. Thoughts are coming all the time. Because a human being is born who reacts to everything. React to this and react to that, and the thoughts come in and thoughts go. There's a big crowd of thoughts. Because of that, your attention cannot cross over Agia and can reside in the sahasrara. So first of all, one should see what sort of thoughts are coming. You have to condemn yourself sometimes. You have to say, what nonsense, what have I been doing? What's the matter with me? How could I do all that? Once you start doing that, these thoughts will start disappearing. These thoughts are coming from two angles, one from the ego and another from your conditionings. And these are so much built up within you that they don't allow your Agia to be crossed. That's why we have two bija mantras of Amksham. First one is, when it is conditioning, you are endowed with this kind of a fear. I shouldn't do like this, I shouldn't do like that, is not allowed, that is not allowed. That's the conditioning part of it. Conditioning can be of many types. But the ego part of it is that I must overpower everybody, I must get this, I must be able to rule everyone. These two things are there in the mind which are all the time crossing. So it's important that we should go into thoughtless awareness. And that thoughtless awareness is the real way that your sahasrara can be nourished by the Kundalini. Because Kundalini cannot go through, cannot pass through. And for that, as I said, there are two bija mantras. One is Ham, another Ksham. So if you are conditioned, you are frightened, you are afraid, and you had ideas about yourself. These days, the way people are describing, they'll say, I'm an extrovert. Somebody will say, I'm an introvert. Somebody will say, I'm hippie, I'm that. All kinds of things they can have attributed to themselves. But these ideas are all coming from outside. They are not from inside. To get to the inner side of yourself, to the subtler side of your being, you must allow the Kundalini to go through the Agia. To cross the Agia is a very important thing in modern times. And for that, you have to meditate. If you can meditate with complete faith in yourself, this Agia can be opened up. with surrendering to the divine. You have to surrender yourself to the divine. And when this Agia opens, you'll be amazed. Your sahasrara is just waiting to transfer, to give you all the help that you need through the all-pervading power. Your connection of sahasrara with the all-pervading power is established. And by that, you will be amazed how all these 7 chakras work for you, how they help you, how they try to give you whatever is the real knowledge about everything. This real knowledge that you get is very joy-giving. You can see this real knowledge in everything. You don't have to start reading any book about it. In every situation and in every person, in every flower, in every natural happening, you see clearly the hand of the divine. Once you see the hand of the divine, your ego starts disappearing. Once you say that it's you do everything. Kabira has said something great about this. He said that when the goat is alive, it goes on saying, I am, I am. But when it is slaughtered and its intestines are made into strings which are used for cleaning the cotton, then it said, tu hi, you are. See, in this symbolic way, they have suggested that you have to become dissolved into this divine power. It's the divine power that does everything. What am I? I was just a drop, and I fell into this ocean of awareness of the divine power. And that is taking over and working it out. That will help you a lot to be a great surgeon. You develop curing powers, but still you are not proud of it. You developed, of course, awakening powers, you are not proud of it. You develop so many creative powers and you are not proud of it. You become really very, very creative, extremely creative. But the greatest thing happened to you that you become a global personality. So you start seeing the problem of every country, of every other nation where they have problems. But these problems, when you see, you don't see like other people, because others may like to use it for their own purpose, maybe for media, maybe for something. What you want to see is that these problems are solved. See, your powers are so great with this kind of a mind, I would say, which is dominated completely by the divine power, that whatever disturbs you immediately is taken over and it starts working out. Many problems have been solved by Sahaja Yoga. And also they can be solved on a very universal level. If you are a global person, then what happens is that you become a sort of a vehicle, or you can become like a channel for this divine power to act, because you are purely a global personality. Not attached to this, attached to that, but a pure Sahaja personality which can be used by this divine power very easily. For that, as I told in the afternoon also, that we have to be careful about few things that we have. Firstly, anger. Anger is the worst thing that we have. Angry for what? There are people who talk like this. I was very angry. They're proud of their anger. Anger is a sign of complete stupidity, absolute stupidity. There's no need to get angry with anyone, because by anger you don't solve the problem. With anger you spoil yourself. With anger you ruin your own nature. With anger you really spoil the whole situation. So no use having any anger about anything. But if anything happens that angers you, should settle down and see for yourself why is it wrong, why is it disturbing you. Your seeing itself will help this problem to be solved. You must first of all realize that you are a special personality, that your sahasrara has been opened out to this all divine power, as if you are entered into the realm of divinity. You are great guests in that great court of divine domain. You are not an ordinary person. And so once you understand why you have Sahaja Yoga and why you have got realization, is that there's something special. But that should not give you any ego. It's not for ego that you have to have this, but it's for understanding that you have to play into the hands of the divine. This play is something I could explain like this, that if you are supposing an artist, then in the hand of the artist is the brush, and the brush never thinks that it is doing anything. It's the artist who is doing everything. In the same way, when you are one with the divine power, you just feel, I am not doing anything. It's the artist who is doing. It's the artist who is managing. And who is the artist? Is this divine power which loves you, which cares for you, which looks after you, which absolutely is identified with you.
Greetings, everyone. We will now do a short meditation with emphasis on the Agia chakra. Okay, we will do candling. You can either have 3 candles. I have 1, 2, or 3, or you can also have 1. Okay, let me light my candle. Okay, please remember that candling is for your left channel. Okay, because the left channel is your moon channel. Okay, and when you become more emotional, more sorrowful, you keep on dwelling on the past. Okay, then you becomes overactive, your left channel, and then it becomes frozen. Always remember, the light fire is for clearing your left channels and left chakras. Okay, so if you have 3, you have a container so that you don't want the wax to drip. Okay, what we also do is sometimes we put some aluminium foil. Okay, so it's easier to clean. Okay, 1 by your side, 1 at the back. Careful, it doesn't drip, and 1 in front. Okay. So kindly remember, this candling is for your left channel, your moon channel. If it's for your right channel, okay, it is the sun channel. So to bring it down, you need ice. That is ice pack. So this one, moon, to bring it, to melt the ice, to melt the frozen state of the moon channel, you use the fire element. Okay, now we will start clearing, since we have the candle here, we will start clearing the left channels and left chakras. So we want to clear your left channel, your left palm on your lap, hold the candle, your right hand. Okay, and before I start, we'll be doing clearing on using this light element to clear our center Agia chakra. This is when it crosses over here. Okay, this is the gateway. Once it crosses over here, Mother Kundalini crosses over here, it will go on to your sahasrara. Okay, this is where the optic channel crosses over. Okay. Now, Everyone settle yourself. I usually, before I start meditating, I take a few deep breaths. Okay, sort of relaxes me, stops my thoughts, because every time you sit down, first thing is that thoughts come or everything comes and goes. So slowly breathe. I take a few deep breaths and I sort of settle myself, and then slowly, and then I'll fix my attention. One thought comes and another thought will come. So between that space of one thought and the second thought, slowly make it longer and longer and fix the attention on that silence. So you're looking from above, or you're watching yourself. Okay, you're not acting on your thoughts. Okay, that is when we mean by thoughtless awareness. So now we shall ask Mother Kundalini. Mother Kundalini, please bless us in this clearing and meditation session. Please bless us with the temperament needed for meditation. Maybe we filled with the divine vibrations and love. Okay, so take a few deep breaths. Okay, hold this. Okay, now you can start from your Muladhara chakra. Keep it straight, yeah? And then slowly you can bring it. We let us clear the left channel completely. So what we do is bring it up slowly. Okay, cross. 1. You can do it 7 times. Bring it down. Cross, because it crosses here. Goes behind. Careful, you don't burn your hair or anything like that. Slowly, because end of the day, you're clearing your left channels and your left chakra. You can also take out your glasses. 1. Okay, so now if you want to clear the center Agia chakra, what you do is look at the flame. Okay, you have the blue color there. Look at the flame and look at Mother's. Mother has got a red dot here. Look at a red dot through this candle flame. Like, because I use glasses, sometimes the focus shifts. Don't worry, it is okay. Mother understands. Okay, just look at the flame. Keep your eyes open. Look at Mother's red dot. Okay, through the candle flame. Try not to blink. Okay, this is clearing your center Agia chakra. Try not to blink. Keep your attention in sahasrara. Feel the thoughts emptying. You're aware of your surroundings. But the thoughts are not a distraction. You forgive everyone. Okay, bring your candle down. Feel the vibrations in your hand. Okay. You can also use the candle, okay, into clockwise to clear all your left channels and your left chakras. Mother Kundalini will do the rest. If you feel any tingling, any places where you feel hot, identify a chakra and put it towards flame, not too close, you don't want to burn yourself. Just let the fire element and the light element clear your left channels and left chakras. Okay, most important, you forgive everyone. Live in the present. Forget the past. No point living in the future. Things change so fast. Okay? Let us now meditate for a few minutes. Put the intention on your sahasrara. Your fire, the candle, you can still keep it on your left hand side, near your left hand. Forgive everyone. Look at the humor in this situation. Mother Kundalini, we surrender our ego and superego to you. As Shri Mataji has explained, your Mother Kundalini will correct you. She will love you, she will look after you. Slowly open your eyes. Now raise your Kundalini and Bandhan. Before that, don't forget to off the flames. Okay, off the fire. Raise your Kundalini and Bandhan slowly, yeah? Because you've got so much of good vibrations flowing through you. Thank you, everyone. I'll pass it back to G and Ruby. Thank you.
Thank you, Shantini, for showing us this beautiful candling treatment. And thank you, Maheshwari, for letting us know about this wonderful Agia chakra. By following our sessions, you might be knowing by now that Sahaja is actually easy. Sahaja means easy because you can see how with the help of just natural elements like water and fire, we can basically cleanse our chakras. So isn't it such an amazing thing? Okay, now moving ahead, we'll go for the question and answers round. But before that, I would like to share the resources. I know you might be knowing it by heart, but just to ensure that if somebody is joining after a few days or for the first time, they can go ahead and check this website out, which is freemeditation.com.au/April 2022. On this page, you can basically find about our 21 days program. If you scroll down, you will have the links to join via Zoom or YouTube. You can also go ahead and check the entire program starting from day 1 till today on this website. Moving further, you can join our WhatsApp group as well in case you want to get connected with Sahaja Yoga practitioners, want to ask something about Sahaja Yoga meditation. You can always click on the link and get connected to the WhatsApp group through this website. Thank you so much. Yes, great. Okay, so moving for the question and answer round. Before that, I would like to welcome my beautiful co-host again, who is especially here to help me out in this questions and answers round. Sonika, are you there? Yeah, here she is. Okay, welcome, Sonika.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to see you always. And we have our beautiful facilitators for today, Maheshwari and Shantini, here to answer all your queries. So everyone, you can either put in your questions in the chat box, or if you want to personally ask them any questions, please raise your hand on Zoom. We will request our tech team to unmute you, or you can just ask the questions directly to them as well. Okay, I guess they are still in the process of processing those questions. Sonika, are you here with any question for the day?
I have a question. So, okay, so what is the difference? Okay, maybe I frame like, how do I identify whether this is a superego or ego imbalance in me?
Okay, if you think you want to know the difference, it's very easy, because if you're feeling the right side, you're having some headache or heavy on your right Agia finger, and if you're easily, you like to dominate people, you like to aggress people, and you show your temper. All these are some of the things that we know that we always feel that we are doing it. So that is how we can identify ourselves that we have an ego. Actually, everything is done by the divine. We are just an instrument. So when we think we are doing it, then our ego bloats, and then you can get migraine, headache, whatever, right? So if you think it is super ego, you become very docile, easily being dominated by others, and then you're always weeping and crying. So this kind of things will let you know that that your super ego, your condition, certain things that you want to do, you only want to do it that way and not compromise with any other way. So too much of conditioning, that if you're a vegetarian, you must be vegetarian by hook or crook, or a non-vegetarian. So, supposing you go to a place and then they have both the food, I mean, it is a little bit extra, the vegetable, and then you have a little bit of meat, and then they will say, I'm not going to eat it. So this kind of too much of conditioning is also not good. All right, so you know that you have certain habits and conditionings that you cannot overcome. So you can slowly, with sage meditation, you can overcome these problems. And some people go to the extent of, they only can sleep at this position, not any other position. To that extent, there are some people who goes to the extreme, both whether it's ego or superego. Would you like to add on, Shantini?
No, I just feel on your fingers,
Yes.
this side. So depending on the finger that feels a bit prickly or a bit hot or
Yes.
you know, something different, then it reflects whether it's. I just have to understand the left side. You feel it on your right side. Sometimes you get confused.
Yeah, so actually we used to get confused.
That's why it's optic chiasma. You know, Shri Mataji actually explained it crosses the optic chiasma. So its right channel crosses to the left, and this is our right ego. Actually, it is for us, we think it is left, but it is actually the channel is passing through the optic chiasma. So it's on the left-hand side. So it is right ego. So that is the only difference. It crosses, like we mentioned earlier.
Okay, thank you so much. And I can see so many questions, Ruby.
Questions. We have one hand raised up of Kasturi Ramachandram. Tech team, can you please unmute her? We would like to just listen to her. Then we'll move ahead with our questions on the chat.
Hi Sonika, hi Ruby.
Hi Kasturi.
Okay, actually I have actually this question was here ever since we started to learn about the chakras. Okay, before I joined Sahaja Yoga, I have learned about Kundalini in at a separate place. But then when I learned them, when they thought about all this chakra, they said when you meditate, um, for example, like let's say we close our eyes and meditate, right? Then the color of each chakra will appear while your eyes are closed. So why is it kind of different from that? I'm just curious, not to I'm just curious. Yeah, I just wanted to know. Yeah, that's my question.
Anthony, would you like to answer? Or
Oh yeah.
you
Okay.
want me to-
See, when you meditate, what you want is to be balanced with the whole. When you identify a color to one chakra, that means you're only concentrating on that chakra. Let's say Muladhara chakra is red in color. That means you're only concentrating on the characteristics of the Muladhara chakra. But when we meditate in Sahaja Yoga, we want to be connected to the divine. We want every chakra, the qualities of every chakra to be inculcated in us. So that is why when we meditate, you put attention on the sahasrara. You want to be in thoughtless awareness. Okay, that means we are aware of our surroundings, but we are not taking action on our surroundings. We are not letting the surroundings disturb us. I know the phone is ringing, the TV is running, or the children are running around. Yeah, okay, fine. You know, it's okay. It doesn't disturb me. So there's no necessity in Sahaja Yoga for us to concentrate on a particular chakra. We want to get the qualities of all the chakras. And when it's all integrated, it's white like a rainbow. Okay, we have individual colors. But, you know, when it's dispersed, it becomes a white color and it surrounds all of us. That is why Sahaja Yoga, I feel, it talks to me. I can understand it.
Understood, Ma. Thank you, Ma.
Welcome.
Thank you, Kasturi. Okay, now we are having a lot of questions. Okay, first I'll take Mahmoud Bashir's question here. He's asking, hi, is there a mantra? So basically he's asking a mantra for Agia chakra, I guess.
It's a very simple mantra. You just say, I forgive. I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. I forgive my thoughts. This is the most important mantra that we have learned in Sahaja Yoga, and it has helped most of us to overcome this Agia problem. It's the thoughts that, you know, every time we are thinking, the thoughts comes and disturbs our attention. So in Sahaja Yoga meditation, you can only be one with the divine or the all-pervading power when you're thoughtless. Even for a glimpse of a second, it helps you to evolve. So it is to bring down our ego or conditioning. Everything revolves around the thoughts. So we have to bring down our thoughts as much as possible, and slowly we can conquer that and become thoughtless. As we mentioned earlier, even for a glimpse of a second, it helps you a lot. And slowly you elongate the space of being thoughtless.
Thank you, Mahesh. Sonika, would like to go for the next question?
Yeah, I think it's our favorite Sabine is asking. Hi, Sabine. Okay, so I try to do candling best I can by sitting floor, but it's difficult for her to sit on the floor, and it was difficult to concentrate or focus on the meditation. If you could sit on the chair, I could not really have it behind me or on the level of my knee. Will it be as effective just holding one candle which you move in your hand while sitting on the chair? I think Shantini Auntie can.
Shantini, yeah, Shantini.
Hi, Sabine. Nice to hear from you. Yes, Sabine, no worries. You can just use one candle. Okay, if you cannot sit on the floor, it's okay. Sit on a chair. Okay, and let's say you really want to do 3 candling. You can just put one candle in front of you on the floor, one beside you, towards your Swadhisthana chakra, just by the side, and one behind you. You can sit on the chair, no worries. You want to do one, as long as it is for the left channel. Okay, do not have the candle on your right side. It's always on the left side. So sit on the chair, no worries. If you want, you can put a cushion at the bottom under you and sit also. It's no worries. Just make yourself comfortable. Okay?
If I may just add a little bit more, Shantini. It's very easy, Sabine. Sahaja Yoga meditation is made so simple for all of us to meditate. Just feel comfortable in the way that you are comfortable. There's no fast rules here. So whatever suits your, capabilities or your needs, just do it from the heart. When you do it from the heart, the divine understands. Mother Kundalini understands our problem. If you can't sit on the floor, it doesn't matter. You just have to be, connected with the all-pervading power. Just tell Mother Kundalini, she's your primordial mother, ever willing to help you overcome your problems. We just have to very humbly ask her, and there she is ever ready to help us. So don't worry that if you are uncomfortable to sit and then you think that you don't feel guilty. Because if you feel guilty, then it gives you other problems. Left Vishuddhi is caught up. So you have to clear your left Vishuddhi then. So just be comfortable in whatever position you sit. All right?
Great. Thank you, Mahesh and Shantini, for this answer. Moving ahead to the next question from Raji Selan. The question is, can I do cleansing and aura protection to mom together, basically me and my mom together, when I am doing it by imagining to me and mom, since she at ward now? So I guess she's in the hospital, which I can understand. She's getting better by doing bandhan. By the way, thank you, Sahaj. Would like to take that, Sister Mahesh?
Yes. Very simple, sister. It's Sahaja Yoga meditation. As long as you're connected with the all-pervading power, wherever your mother is, whether she's in hospital or in different countries, you can put your attention on her, and you can just pray to Mother Kundalini to guide her, to protect her. You can just send vibrations through your meditation. Mother Kundalini is there everywhere, omnipresent. So she just can help her wherever you are. That's why Sahaja Yoga meditation is very simple, that we are all part and parcel of the whole, and wherever you are, we can do it collectively, individually to help your mom. Does that answer your question?
Wonderful, Raji. Yes, I hope your mom will get well soon. All the best.
Yes. Yeah. We send also vibratory regards so that she gets better soon.
Yes, we all will. Thank you. All right, Sonika, could you do the honors for the next question, please?
So our next favorite, Felix, he is saying my third eye is tingling and bright light disappeared suddenly.
Wow.
Again?
So he's saying the third eye is tingling.
Okay.
Is tingling and the bright light disappeared suddenly. So should I just let my energy moving by itself to the crown? is his next question also. I don't know, it's together or separate. Yeah.
Okay, tingling means you have some doubts, or you trying to force yourself into believing certain things, or maybe you have practiced different meditation. You're trying to incorporate everything there. It could be for various reasons you're having this tingling sensation. But everything is easy. Just forgive your thoughts. Just keep saying, I forgive my thoughts. And when you're meditating, you shouldn't have any vision. In Sahaja Yoga, you shouldn't have any vision, because when you're in it, you do not have any vision. You just have to have a blank state, thoughtless, silence, complete silence. So there's no thoughts, there's nothing there to disturb our peace. Even as I mentioned earlier, Shantini also understands that you don't just have to be in complete silence for a few seconds. Then slowly you try to improve on your space to elongate the silence within you. Shantini, you want to add?
No, I think it's okay. I think you've summarized everything very well. Because when you meditate, if this kind of things are disturbing you, that means there is some clearing going on. Okay, when we meditate, it should be in thoughtlessness. Okay, we shouldn't let anything disturb us. If it just comes, it'll come and go. Do not reflect and think of, why am I feeling this? Just let it go. And then you feel better. As long as you feel better, you feel good, it's okay. That's fine. That's what we want.
Yeah. Actually, the more you react, the more problems we are faced.
Yes.
So just let it go. Don't entertain that thoughts. I mean, we are speaking through experiencing all these things. So just when you don't entertain, it just gets solved, But when you keep on thinking about it, then the problem gets even worse. So don't waste your time thinking too much about it or having any doubts. Now that the Mother Kundalini is awakened within you, she's always there to guide you. Just ask her for help.
Yeah, the most important thing is that we should open up and ask what we want. If you don't ask, like you don't ask something, can I have an ice cream or can I have something? If you don't ask, nobody will know what you're thinking, that you want an ice cream. So always open and tell Mother Kundalini, what is it you desire? I noticed that, when I open my mouth and ask Mother Kundalini, please, give me thoughtless awareness, or, please give me wisdom, please give me innocence, it works. But when I silently say, it's not as powerful as, opening up and verbally asking, desiring this request.
So true. Actually, like you ask your mother, you ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the love and, yes, she is there, and you actually have to believe that she's your individual mother. And with that belief and faith in your mother, you have to ask. And that will actually, you will see the difference once you ask her with that faith and belief. We all sitting here, we all have done the same thing. We have always been there where you are right now. So with experience, we are telling you that. Yes. All right. Any other interesting question? Chloe has a question. Hi, today, first time I feel my head is swinging left and right. May I know why?
Clearing taking place. Obviously, it's clearing taking place, and you can do the balancing afterwards also. Doesn't matter. You can, any time of the day you can do the balancing. So, because you're in that situation that we are in this Agia where we are always thinking. Even now you're thinking, why is it swaying from left to right or right to left? It's all about our imagination, our thinking. So just don't entertain, and slowly it will subside. And you can do this chimney or grounding. If it is left, you do the grounding. If it is right, you do the chimney. It helps you to clear. So when you do both the clearing, you are coming back to the center. You live in the present.
Wonderful.
I think before Ruby, Sabine has again doubt in what we answered. So she's saying she used the candle on the right hand side on the knee level, one behind, when sitting on the floor very awkwardly, and one in the hand. I think she's confused about the position.
She's doing it on the right.
Right.
Candling is always on the left.
You have to hold your candle with the right hand. Do it on the left side. Yes. Don't worry about the 3 candles. Just do 1 candle.
Yeah. Just one
Until
candle.
you're comfortable, try
Just-
to do it one. Try
Don't-
to do with one until
Don't
you're
make it
comfortable.
complicate. Yeah.
She's also asking, am I in trouble when making a mistake?
No,
No.
never. Because Mother Kundalini knows that you have made a mistake. She's always there to ready to help you to overcome it. Don't feel guilty. That is the most important thing. That you have done it wrong. I mean, we've done it with ignorance. It's not on purpose. So she's always ever ready to forgive us. And we have to forgive ourselves too.
Correct. Yes. And Sabine, like if you still confused or anything, as we mentioned the resources, you can always go on the website and you can check out today's video, and you can once again see how Shantini has done the candling treatment, so that it will just clarify again if you have like any kind of confusion there. So all the videos and resources are there on the website, so you can check it out again whenever you feel that you want to see how it was done during the session. Always log in and check out. Any more questions, Monica?
I think one question from Jeet. He's worried about the resources. He wants the slides in a common attachment, whatever the knowledge we are sharing. So that's why I was replying. Actually, you can just tell us, which we can give you all the resources that is there with us. So we are going to do the resource on every chakra on the freemeditation.com. So you will find it soon there. Okay, I think that should be all, Ruby.
Yes, I guess.
That's all. Then we can just do a short meditation before we end the session, as we normally do it.
Yes.
Right? Let's close our eyes and just try to focus on your Agia chakra today, and then we'll go to the sahasrara. Just try to keep your right hand on the center of the forehead and just bow down and just say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive myself and I forgive everyone. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me. Please forgive me for all my mistakes, for my ignorance. I forgive. I forgive myself and I forgive everyone in general. Don't have to think who has troubled us. Don't even have to bother about thinking all these things. It's irrelevant. Just say in general, I forgive myself and I forgive everyone from your heart. It's not a lip service, but you have to say it from your heart. Only then the Mother Kundalini, a few strands of the Mother Kundalini will go up to the sahasrara. Every time we meditate, 1 or 2 strands or maybe more, depending on our sensitivity and our subtle system, we can feel. And you can put your hand on this sahasrara, because on our sahasrara we have all the chakras integrated as one. You can remove your hand and just be in silence for 1 minute. Just thank Mother Kundalini, oh Divine Mother Energy. Thank you for giving us our self-realization. Please guide us in our day-to-day meditation so that we can evolve in our spiritual journey to be one with you always. Always keep your attention on the sahasrara and on the palms, center of your palm and your fingertips. We can slowly open our eyes. We can raise our kundalini and put ourselves in bandha. Always remember to do it very gracefully because we are dealing with the mothering energy within us, the primordial mothering energy. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you Shonika, thank you Ruby, and thank you Suji, and thank you Shantini.
Thank you, Sister Mahesh. Thank you so much for this beautiful meditation. All right, everyone. So with this, we will wrap up today. Tomorrow is a very special day because tomorrow we will be talking about the last energy center of our subtle system, which is the sahasrara chakra, which is present on the limbic area of your head. This chakra is basically the integration. This chakra is the chakra of divine enlightenment. Once this chakra awakens, you can actually feel the absolute silence within yourself. So tomorrow we are having two wonderful facilitators who will guide you through this beautiful chakra and its qualities. Please do come here on time to enjoy that beautiful session tomorrow. Till then, keep meditating.
Just a gentle reminder to do foot soaking, your items of foot soaking tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow, please have the foot soaking items. Anything else, Shantinidhi?
Yeah, no, that's all. Stay safe, everyone.
Yes, everyone. See you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.